The judge cuts straight to the numbers, instantly building pressure without any buildup. You can feel the seriousness as rent and balance are discussed in a very direct way. There's no drama yet, but the tension quietly starts rising. One simple question opens up a much bigger financial problem. The tone is controlled, but the stakes are clearly high. Pulls you in quickly and makes you pay attention. Everything feels like it's on the edge. And just like that, you're fully locked into the case.
Your name?
All
right, where are we on hers?
Including court costs, I have $1,595.62. I do have a note that Ms. Figueroa has been trying to apply to the AHC, Anywhere Housing Commission, AGCP program, but it's my understanding that
there's still some missing documents in there. But I also spoke with Hawk earlier this morning, and I was able to get an appointment for March 16th with them.
So did they send you over to the Housing Commission or no?
They're
gonna send her over to the Housing Commission, I think.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm
sorry. When I reached out initially to see what organizations I could contact, I contacted both the HEPP HEP organization, and then earlier this morning I decided to move on with Hawk to see what they could do for me, and they, as of right now, I only have just the appointment for March 16th.
And the Housing Commission, they want paperwork from you.
Yes, I've provided 2 out of the, I believe, 3 documents that they asked for, including my ID, my last 2 pay stubs, and yeah.
And they'll pay up to 3.
they might be having a hard time getting documents from Susanna.
Yes, that is
from who?
Susanna.
That's my mother. She refuses to provide any documentation, so I'm kind of in a predicament. But as far as payment, I don't mean to cut you off, my apologies.
No.
As far as payments that I can make, next Friday I do get paid. I can make as much as possibly $700 to $800 to get that balance down by a little.
By the 6th, do you mean? The next Friday?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now we step into the full weight of the first case as the situation becomes clearer. Missing documents and delays start creating real problems for her. She's trying to cooperate, but things aren't moving smoothly. The biggest tension comes from her own mother refusing to provide documents, which adds a personal struggle on top of financial stress. You can hear the effort in her voice when she talks about making payments. The judge listens carefully, showing patience but also awareness. Nothing is solved yet, only managed for the moment. When the case is adjourned, it feels like temporary relief, not a real solution.
Okay. How much is your monthly rent?
$1,209.
Your Honor, once March hits, still going to be under $3,000.
They still will be.
Yep, and so with that, with the payment from Ms. Figueroa, it'll keep it below 3,000.
Okay. Well, is your mother just not giving anything at all?
Well, earlier this morning when we were on the phone with the representative with Hawk, she did provide information to them, so we were both able to make something work. That's how I got the appointment for March.
Okay.
So
you just have to work on her,
I guess. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I got you. I'll adjourn this out March 13th, 2026 at
1 p.m.
At 1 p.m. Just make sure to make that payment on the 6th.
The mood suddenly shifts with a brief and unexpected light moment in the courtroom. A small joke about telling secrets breaks the tension for a second. It reminds you that these are real people, not just legal cases. But the seriousness quickly returns as a new case begins. Ashley's situation comes in with bigger financial pressure. She has already made payments and is clearly trying to fix things. There's effort, receipts, and pending amounts, but still uncertainty. The judge keeps things moving without delay. Another adjournment is given, which again buys time but doesn't fully resolve the issue.
Understood. Question, is that in person or?
In person.
In person, okay.
All
Understood.
right,
Thank you.
thank you. No, versus Ashley Jones.
Hello.
What were you telling that other person?
Nothing.
Who's that?
My friend Ashley.
What were you like telling her? Haha, I got coffee.
No.
Oh, no, okay. Didn't like that they were telling secrets. All right. What's her account?
Your Honor, so I have a balance including court costs of $4,913. And then, Your Honor, I did speak with Ashley, and we talked about she's getting her income tax refund next month, and she's been working really hard to get this amount paid down. And so if Your Honor wants to adjourn it.
Okay. I don't know if they received my payment yet from, my job. It was 3503. They did say that I talked to the person who was, because my case has to be confidential, but I talked to the person that was processing it, and she did say that all the signatures were submitted for the payment. So, and I did just pay $627 today. So I have the receipt.
So you pay, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so let's do this. I'll adjourn this to March 13th, 2026 at 1 p.m.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, take care.
You too. Thank you so much.
Gulfside Lake versus Bonnie Shops.
This is where the frustration really starts to build. This case shows a harsh reality where someone earns too much to qualify for help but still struggles to pay everything. It's a difficult position with no easy way out. The discussion about different assistance programs only adds more confusion. There are options, but none seem fully accessible. Then comes a major turning point when she says she can pay $1,800 immediately. That moment changes the entire direction of the conversation. Creates a small sense of hope. Still, nothing is guaranteed, and the uncertainty remains. The judge tries to guide her toward a workable path forward.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello. Your name? All right. Where are we on her case?
Your Honor, it's my understanding.
This is her motion to set aside.
Yes, and I think that I have some notes that say there might be something with Hawk, but my client, I don't think that I don't know what they've received. They have a question mark.
Okay, go ahead. What do you?
Okay, so you set me up with Amy on my last hearing, and I had called Hawk, and they had told me I'm not eligible. I make too much.
Okay.
But Amy, she had told me that I was eligible. Just knock the balance down a little, half the balance down. But I had called Hawk, and they said they can't help me because I make too much.
Amy?
Yes, you're right.
Hold on. Do you remember talking with Miss Pio Powell? I think that was last week, wasn't it? Or, yeah, on the 20th.
Yes,
And-
I do remember.
Okay. And she said that, I guess you probably told her she might be eligible or would be eligible, but that they called and said she's not, so.
It looks like there was an income issue with one of the programs, and her amount would have been too much for the other one. So there were a couple possibilities. Appears if she was able to meet the income range for the other program, not income range, but the amount that needs to be knocked down to 2,000. So yeah. So there's the MAT program, and then there's the prevention program, and the MAT program has a greater capacity for income. However, it can only help with up to 2,000.
Right, so they told me if I bring it to like down about 18,000, that they.
Like what,
yeah,
18,000?
I'm sorry,
1,800?
1800. I'm
I was
sorry,
gonna
my
say, you
mind
got
is
18,000, we don't need to be here.
1800, and then
That makes,
that'll make it 2,000, but still, I make too much, so that's where I'm stuck.
will you make too much for that
For my-
program?
Yeah, for Hawk.
Well, for Hog, you'd have to bring it down to 3,000.
Oh, well,
But there's another program that has a higher income threshold. But you'd have to bring it down to 2,000.
yeah, and the person I spoke with from Hawk had mentioned the other thing, but I asked for the information. She told me she couldn't give it to me.
She what?
She couldn't give it to me. I think it was called Maps or something like that.
Okay,
But she told me she couldn't give me the information.
and you didn't get the information?
No.
Okay. All right, how much is your monthly rent?
1,200.
Yeah, Your Honor, I think it's gonna be somewhere around $5,063.90 next month. There's still almost 3,000 on the judgment, still
Yeah,
not obviously February.
so. Are you working now?
Yes, I'm
obviously
working,
are.
yes.
Okay, so. This is a problem. And I get why they have the limitations, but you're a perfect example of somebody just caught in the middle. You
Yeah.
just need to make it over the hump, but they can't help you do that because you make.
So I could have paid the 1,800, but if it's not guaranteed that I'll get help, then it's just like, you
Okay,
know.
hold on. When can you pay the 1,800, do you think?
Today.
You can pay the 1,800?
Yeah, my
today?
sister was gonna help me out.
And then your rent is 12, right? So effectively, you'd be bringing the balance down about 6. So you'd be at 30. All right.
So if I paid the 18 and then like a resource helped me, I would be able to pay my March balance. But
Hold on a second. But no, I got you. If you paid the 18 and you qualified for the 2, then you'd be done.
yeah, I'll be done.
Right. I don't know if that's going to necessarily work for you.
Right.
Okay, so let's do it this way.
This final part takes a deeply emotional turn that changes everything. What started as a financial issue now reveals a personal struggle. She shares that her mother's funeral is next week, and instantly the tone becomes heavier. You can feel the emotional weight in her voice. Managing grief while dealing with financial stress is overwhelming. The judge responds with understanding and empathy, which shifts the atmosphere. This moment feels more human than legal. The reassurance given brings a sense of calm. And when the judge tells her to celebrate her mother's life, it creates a powerful and meaningful ending.
Get the 1,800 paid to them. Monday the 2nd.
Okay.
All right. I'll tell you what I'm doing so that I'm going to carry your case over into March, but it's going to be because I think you're in, I don't want to say this. You're just in that unfortunate position where you're making too much to get the help, but you just need to kind of buy yourself time to get yourself to 0, right? Okay. So we may have to just slow walk it. I mean, I may just do that, but I will do that because I trust you that you're going to get the 18 in.
Yeah.
Get that in. I'll adjourn your case out to the 13th, 2026 at 1 p.m. Whatever else you can pay in there, pay it in there. All right. If you hear back from them, apply. If you get the information, apply. If you,
Through who?
well, you said that you're waiting on information from them about the other program, right? So if it's there and it looks like you can apply just to see.
So we get down to 2,000.
Yeah, so then we'd work to get down to, so if you do qualify for that, then we'll work to figure out how we're gonna get to the 2,000.
Understood. My concern is if I don't get approved,
Then what?
then I'm still stuck in this loop.
And then what's gonna happen?
I gotta move,
What?
I would have to move out.
Not until I say so. That's the great thing about this. Everything happens only when I say.
Yeah, it's just a lot going on because my mom's funeral is next week and it's a lot to
I know.
battling
And-
this and grieving.
I know, and you were kind of innovating some of that to me the last time,
Yeah.
that you're kind of, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get you through this we'll figure out something,
Okay,
okay?
okay.
What I want you to do, so I need to see you on the 13th, okay, at 1. Pay the 1,800, okay?
If I can't make it in, is it possible I can do the Zoom?
Then you submit the form, we'll consider that.
Okay,
Okay, and so what I want you to do is pay that 18 by Monday.
okay,
I'll see you on the 13th, one way or another.
Okay.
Okay, and you go, once you pay the 18, I don't want you worrying at this point of trying to figure this all out. You go celebrate your mother's life, you hear me?
yes. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
You're welcome.